I dyed my hair. So, oh yeah, I went back to brown, not my natural brown, but similar. And then I also got cat bangs, but I need to learn how to style them properly. Today, I'm going to be showing you my most used makeup routine. This is not necessarily something that I wear every day, obviously, because it's a lot of makeup, but it is my most used routine when I'm going out. But this is the eye makeup that we are going to be doing today, because that's kind of like a smoky eyeliner kind of look. And yes, I know I only did one like 5-6 months ago, but I thought I'd do another one because I'm using new products. My routine has kind of changed. There's still some similarities, but I actually start with my eyebrows because I like to conceal them before I do my foundation. But I also do my eyes before I do my foundation because I get a lot of fallout and usually I mess up. So I'm just going to grab like a spoolie and just purely just pull up all my hairs. I'm gonna grab my Morphe eyebrow pencil. I realize it also does come with a spoolie and I just never end up using it. But it comes with a little triangle pencil. But basically with this, I'm just gonna line the very bottom of my eyebrow. Whoops. This is where I conceal my eyebrows because lines always just go out. And I'm also going to go just before my arch and line the top of my eyebrow hairs as well. Just like that. And then again, I'm going to grab this spoolie that's actually, and I'm just going to comb through that to make sure there's no harsh lines or anything. I'm going to quickly run through with some brown mascara. I literally picked this up at the chemist. It was like $4. This is something that helps to hold my eyebrows in place. I'm going to grab my little mini Tarte Shape Tape concealer and conceal my eyebrows by just placing a little line there, a little one at the tail because it shapes the tail, and also a little line there. I'm just blending that in with my beauty blender, which I use for everything, as you'll see throughout this video. Okay, now that I finished with my eyebrows, I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. eye primer. So I'm just grabbing some tape and just kind of taking it from the corner of my eye and pulling it upwards. I mean, putting it up like that. I do this to make sure I get the nice straight eyeliner and to keep my eyeshadow all in one place. So I use the Truth or Dare by Morphe. First step is I'm going to pick a base, which will be one of the lightest shades in my palette that I have. And I'm literally just going to go in with my finger and just kind of swipe across. This just creates a little bit of a base color, really. Next, I'm going to take a kind of a medium brown, not medium brown, like a light brown, this, and just kind of place it from the middle of my eye and just bring it towards that tape. I'm going to grab this brown here with my little fluffy brush. I'm just going to dip it in a couple times and I'm just going to swirl it more in my crease. Don't drag it down too far, just about there. To create the more smoky eye look, I'm going to go in with this medium to dark brown, again with my same little fluffy brush, and I'm just going to concentrate on that corner there. Now for the lighter part of my eye, so the inner part, I'm going to add this little glittery one here. Honestly, you can add any kind of glitter. I have used gold before and it does look really nice, but I'm just kind of going for more of a simple glitter. But I'm kind of just dragging it from the middle, from the edge of my eye and more into the middle. Obviously, if you start in the corner, you get less product as you go in, which is good because then it can create that nice blend in a way. Now for the more challenging part, what I kind of struggle with is the eyeliner. So for this, obviously I'm going to go still with a brown eyeliner. You could do black or something as well, but I kind of like to stick with the brown. I'm going to use this brown here for my eyeliner. I start from my corner and just go straight up that tape. What I do is I start further back on my eyelid and just start bringing it into that line to create more of the eyeliner. And then yeah, I'm gonna drag it down my waterline. Now I'm gonna go with a little bit of a cat eye. So for me, I just kind of press my brush on that same line but downwards a little bit, so you're not on the eyelid anymore. Before I do mascara, I'm just gonna quickly curl my eyelashes just to give them a little bit more height. I use Maybelline's Lash Sensation Sky High. It's cheap, but honestly I haven't been able to find an expensive good one. Okay, that is my eyes done. Now let's move on to the face. So first thing I do is I'm going to prime my face with Stilla's One Step Illuminate and Skin Tone Correcting Primer. I just use one pump because this thing is tiny and I paid so much money for it, honestly. First thing I'm going to do is just quickly run over with my Make & Max contour stick. I think this is, yep, this is medium. And I'm just going to do a line on my cheekbones, forehead, and jaw. I just have this little drugstore concealer by OXX Bloom. It was so cheap. And it's more my skin tones. But yeah, I just use this for red spots because it's closer to my skin tone than my tart-shaped tape. I'm going to just blend this in with my finger because it tends to help the product stay on a little bit more. We get onto foundation. Before they do that, I'm just gonna pat this in just a little bit. I do tend to blend it in with my foundation, but I just want it to be patted in, especially my jaw. I use the MAC, oh my gosh, hello, the MAC Studio Fix foundation in the shade in 4.5, and then I'm literally going to grab my Make & Max, oh my god, color liquid light and add a tiny drop in with my foundation just to give it more of a illuminative look. And then I'm gonna grab my e.l.f. stipple brush, that's called, and kind of blend that together so I can get that little glow. And then I do start off by blending with a brush and then tend to do the last little bits with a beauty blender. Wow, okay, when it looks like this, it really doesn't look like my color, but I feel like that is mainly because I'm very flushed. Like when you blend it down my neck, it does look a little bit better. To get into my most fatal part where I always end up messing up. I'm going to start bronzing, so going over my spots. And with that, I use my Too Faced bronzer, the Too Faced chocolate one. Just do a few little dabbles, and I get an angled brush. And I just kind of blend it out. Spots that I basically go over are my cheekbones, so just here. I also go over my forehead a little bit as well. I kind of just swatch this off and then blend it out more because if I put more product on it, it's gonna not work very well. And then I do a little bit of nose contour. I am not the best at contouring my nose. I just grab a little small angled brush, a different one from my eyeshadow one. I just dip it in a couple times. And then I kind of go from this little curve here and pull about halfway down. So just there. I just kind of where my nose kind of comes in. Oh gosh, that's a lot. That's okay, we'll fix it. I kind of just go around my nose like that, and then this little line here like that. And I do start off with this brush by blending it, just try and get it a bit more precise. I try to blend upwards. And then I go in with my big brush as well. I kind of hold it like that on the actual bristles to make it a little bit thinner, and then go over the lines as well. This does help to blend it out quite a bit. Next step is blush. Now I'm using Fenty's Beauty's cream blush in the shade Peach Face. I definitely like cream blushes a little bit more. That's how it looks. For this, I used to use a brush, but I've noticed that it's better with a little sponge. So I use this of the end of my, well, this is technically a contour thing, but I use this for highlighter and this for blush, but I just dab it in a couple times and kind of spin around, but I do work it along my contour line a little bit, so it kind of blends in. Then I'm going to quickly set my blush with an eyeshadow in Jeffree Star's Morphe palette, but I'm just going to dip into this color here. I think it's called Honest Truth. It's kind of a peachy look, but honestly I do not use that much. It's just more for setting it into the skin. Again, I'm using the mini Tarte Shape Tape. Mine is in light sand. I still use the same technique for concealer. It's really minimal under eye because I guess I want my bags to be covered, but I also want this lifting. And I try and kind of illuminate in this kind of area, if that makes sense. Again, blending with my beauty blender that I literally use for everything. Obviously, blend in the direction that your concealer is placed, kind of, especially with under eyes. Now, to set my powder, this is running out, but I'm using a mini Hourglass translucent powder in the shade Veil. I'm not sure if that's the only shade that comes in, because this was gifted to me. I didn't buy it. Now I'm gonna grab my broken brush. This is a big flippy one, and I literally go over, like, I know with translucent powder most people bake it, but I kind of just go over it. All my concealed spots. So I'm gonna use Colourpop. I would tell you the color, but I have no idea because I got the cheaper packaging. Dip it in a couple times and just really focus it on your cheek, like there. I actually love this highlighter, it's so nice. And then on my nose, I kind of use it as like an exclamation mark, so you do your line and then your little dot, but I kind of just really shake it out. And then just do a little bit on my, on my cupid's bow. Now the last step for lips is I'm doing something just very simple because this is my going out makeup, but I'm just taking this colored lipstick. It's a matte lipstick, and I'm actually just putting it on my finger and just going on my lips like that. My all-time favorite gloss that I was also given as a gift because my friend recommended it is the Romeo London Oh My Gloss. The gloss I love. That is the final product. It's definitely on the heavier side of makeup kind of, but the foundation that I use is very light to medium coverage, so it definitely doesn't feel like I'm wearing like a lot of makeup. The eyeshadow is definitely very out there, and the thing is I do this makeup look when I'm going out somewhere casual with my friends, so tells you what kind of friend I am. This will be the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. I hope you took some tips or something from this, and ignore my dog being crazy. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give a like and subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video.